Folks, you're not ready for this. We've just come up a huge mountainous pass by car into yet another wonderful old fort to see the largest cannon in captivity, or at least in India. Worth the entire journey to see a huge cannon. But I ain't kidding you. This bitch is big. Look at this cannon. Anyways, that's enough of that.
The sun's right there. Okay, we can give you a humble.
Welcome to Jaipur. The city palace is back there, or I'm going to move in with the prince. That's back there, but my things are still over at my other palace at the Leela. But for now, we're getting this huge 330-degree view of Jaipur. Astounding. My palace is over there. We are at a hand block printing fabric place. We just did a test of making our own block with 4 different colors. This is, my mind is blown. I'm in my element. This is also where weaving happens. Astounding. My mind is, I'll tell you more later. I am about to lose my mind walking around on astounding carpets. This is the most beautiful thing. We just had an entire demonstration on how these are created. And then all of these rugs you're seeing underfoot here, we had an explanation on each of them as far as what their content is and also what their price is here, which now something like this guy, ABC Carpet in New York City carries these intentionally looking distressed designs 5 times more than I could get it for here. Not that I could afford to get it here, trust me, but I am losing my mind. Silk on silk, look at this. Oh my God.
If you want without your shoes to feet, walk on.
Oh yes, I'm taking my. I told the boys that if I die while we're here, they have to roll me up in any one of these carpets. I'm allowed to take my shoes off, kids. We're going in. I had to sit down before I faint. Okay, here's the other thing you now need to know. This was a very nice trip that our local host has arranged for us to really have all of this explained to us. And I was in love with the prince at the palace yesterday. Now I think I'm in love with the carpet salesman. He's astoundingly beautiful. And what a salesman. Here's what's happening now. The gentleman and I am traveling with, lovely individuals. These guys are world travelers. Whereas for me, this is a trip of a lifetime, perhaps. This, to them, is a trip of a season. I begrudge them nothing, don't get me wrong in any way. These are lovely people, and God bless them for all they have and do. But they are traveled. There are 3 couples in our group, and I think all 3 of the couples are right now debating which of these rugs they're going to purchase. While I sit here thinking about, when am I going to work again? And I damn well better get a job to pay for this trip. So, yeah, I will not be buying a rug today, a carpet of any kind today, although I'm going to take home this little block print panel that we all made by the 4-color block print we made, and I'll feel very happy and triumphant that I brought home something too, and it only cost me 100 rupees. So there. Whew. Meanwhile, back in my room, let me swipe my face. Oh, this panel that I helped create. 4 of us, or the demo models, to each do one of the parts of this. I did the first one, the outline, the easy part. The reason it looks different color-wise than when you saw the 4 pictures of it being made is once it is treated in like a vinegar and something solution, the dye completely changes color. Something that I'm aware of. So anyways, I'm bringing this home. not a carpet. Haha, those suckers paid so much money for a carpet. I paid 100 rupees for a panel. Wow. So that was a beautiful thing to really see. I don't think I wasn't able to really explain it in the video, but to see the process of the block printing. It's the precision of the repeating the pattern, especially the initial, laying it down symmetrically, beautifully. And then each time you recreate it, you have to line up. And this, people that have been doing this, and this is a handed down generation to generation. So few people do it the way it was explained to us, so beautifully explained to us. I really, really admire what we just saw and learned. And then the making of those carpets. Well, honey, I didn't know this was leading up to actually buying of carpets. Fool me. Because again, as I said, I love these guys I'm traveling with. Do not in any way get me wrong on any of this. But what's interesting is it's become clear to me is I'm a foreigner here in a foreign situation. And even within my group, in many ways, I am foreign. Their lives are not at all like my lives, aside from the fact that we are all gay men. And what's lovely is it is interesting to hear what their lives are. And they are certainly interested in my, oh no, what a quick change acts like and looks like. So it is a lovely mutual respect there. It's just such a different, there are conversations happening around me that are just, it might as well be in a language that I don't speak, of just, world travel and different things that they own and all of that. And good for them. It's just, I kind of sit back going, I love my life and all that goes with it. So I made the choices I made as they've made the choices they've made. And here we are. We're all in India together. And it's interesting then to get back on the bus after watching them. Now we go after the demonstrations, we go back into the showroom. All the chairs lined up. Oh, please sit. I'm like, we're having this big demo and showing us, oh my God, he's going to such lengths to show us all these carpets. It hasn't occurred to me that this is a sales pitch yet. Even to the point where he does this whole setup about like, do you want to see a flying carpet? Then they fold one up and put it in a travel bag. You could take this right on the plane with you. And I was like, oh, this guy's good. And it still isn't occurring to me. Oh, people are like eyeing to buy here. And then to go through all of that. Now, remember also, I'm away from my meetings. I'm away from my home. I'm away from so much. So I had half a split second of like, this is not my life. I will never have this life. And the bottom line is it takes another second to go like, that's not the life I want. I have a life I want. I have a life I love. Got it. Right. Remember. And then to get back on our bus, driving through poverty on the street with, again, people that seem very accepting and content with the life that they have, wealth next to absolute poverty. It's a weird dichotomy going on here. Very interesting. So that was a lot for the brain just now. Now, as I might have said, I think this is going to end up being another solo show. I hope so. I really do hope that this becomes something. Because again, I'm continuing to ask Ganesh, why am I here? And kind of listening for answers. Why am I here? And I still don't know if there's more that I'm supposed to see. And it might just be, the answer just might be to take a vacation, you silly man. Now stop crying. I don't know. But one of the things I'm kind of jotting things down on paper as I think of them for what might be a show. And one of the things that occurred to me with these lovely guys that I'm traveling with is this sentence. What do you think of this? They have a place upstate. I have a place upstage right. And there we are, kids. All right. Namaste. I'm going to the pool. We're done for the day. It is Sunday afternoon here. Right. It is now daylight savings time back where you are, which means that the time difference is now 9.5 hours. We're 9.5 hours ahead of you, not 10.5 hours ahead of you. Figure that out every time I want to call somebody at home. Oh, did I tell you that my father called me at 4:04 in the morning the other day? Thanks, Ken. The same man that told me before I left, now don't wake me up in the middle of the night because the time difference. Yeah, I know how clocks work, Dad. Then he calls my ass at 4:04 and goes, oh, sorry. Anyway, I'm good. I'm fine. Ganesh has got to help me out with that motherfucker too. Another story for the day. I am going to go to the fucking luxurious pool in a little while and just spend some time this afternoon. So namaste.